All right, guys. So we just made history, or more importantly, our boy Mamu made history, and this is very bittersweet. It is extraordinarily bittersweet. It is ridiculously bittersweet. So our boy, 19 minutes, 34 points, missed one shot, went 7 for 7 from 3, had 9 rebounds, 3 assists. One of them was directly from how well he was shooting from the outside, because the Knicks were so concerned with it, closed in on him, passed it off to Sohan, a cutting Sohan, beautiful dunk for one of these assists. He made a mockery of the New York Knicks. Now, the reason why this is bittersweet is because, yes, he made history as far as being the only player with less than 20 minutes to score that amount of points. 34 points is quite insane. It's quite insane. And also, it helped keep the lead as well. Quite insane. But the bittersweetness for me is, why the heck did he only get 19 minutes? He was hot the entire time he was in the game. How did he only get 19 minutes? What is up? What is up with Miss Johnson? Miss Johnson. I cannot speak tonight. Sorry, I'm kind of sleepy. What is up with Miss Johnson, guys? Why did he only get 19 minutes? Seriously, that makes no sense. I do not get it. I don't get it. Play the hot hand? He's 13 for 4. He missed one shot tonight. He outplayed his peers by a huge margin. The only person close to his points this game was Steph Castle. That was the closest player, and he scored 12 less. How the heck? His plus minus was a plus 22. How the heck did he not play more? I don't get it. I don't understand that. 19 minutes is insane. 19 minutes is insane. Everyone else minutes were about what you expect, kind of, right? Like, you probably could have afforded to lay off on some of our players. Like, Devin Vassell probably could have laid off a little bit. Maybe Sohan, he didn't have to play nearly 40 minutes, even though his defense was awesome. You didn't have to, right? Like, you could have laid off a little bit. And it's just weird. Our lineup's just weird. We finally get a starting lineup that makes sense, right? After forever, we finally get one that makes sense. And we definitely benefited from it, obviously. If you watch the game, we benefited from starting Sohan with Castle. It looked good. We set the tone early, right? And that's the most important thing for me, is that the Spurs haven't really set the tone going into these games. When the Knicks started to come back, however, Mamu definitely helped with that. And Blake Wesley helped with that as well. I just don't understand only 19 minutes. So that's the bittersweetness of it. But I won't, it's whatever. Made history nonetheless. This was a game that many Spurs fans are going to remember. I would put this in the category of how excited we were for the Lonnie Walker game, the Houston Rockets Lonnie Walker game, in which we sat back and we were like, this player could be something, right? But I actually do believe that Mamu has, I won't say that he's, like, he has more potential than Lonnie Walker did or anything like that. But I will say that as far as him being a future piece, a future role player for this team, I think that this instilled a lot of confidence in us and a lot of confidence in the coaching staff as well. I can see Mamu having a pretty nice future with the Spurs, right? And we need to give kudos to our front office as well. Like, a lot of times it's like this weird thing that goes on where we'll criticize the crap out of our front office, which, power to you, right? But I'm a Cowboys fan, so I understand what a bad franchise actually looks like. But like, we will criticize the crap out of them, but then just praise a player on our bench like Mamu and say, "Oh man, he's so great, he's so awesome." It's like, well, the Spurs do a very good job of getting talent, right? They do a very good job. So I think that we should praise it all the way around. Helping with his development as well. It's just a good situation we have ourselves in. We have some very low paying players that I think will outplay their contract easily, especially when we're a better team. And that is Champagny, that is Mamu, and even Blake Wesley, right? I think that those are 3 players that I can think of right off the bat that's going to outplay their contract night in, night out. Easily, night in, night out. But anyways, also, you know I have to show this because this is hilarious. Flava Flav. Shouting out our boy Mamu. This was a crazy game. I don't even know what's going on anymore. Hold on, let me make sure desktop audio's on.
Let me tell you something. I don't care what nobody say. My man is on fire. Let me tell you something. I don't care what nobody say. My man is on fire.
He is such a hype man. It's crazy. Can we just bring him to every game? Can we just do this every game? Just every game? Oh, Larry, thanks for the super chat, man. So proud of this team. I know many fans want lotto balls, but winning just feels better. Never tank. B-ball gods will reward us. Go Spurs, go Spurs family. I wouldn't say never tank. I wouldn't say never tank, but winning does feel good. Winning does feel good. It always feels good to win. I was just rewatching Flava Flav. Dude, I did too. It was several months ago though. I really like Flava Flav. It's good trash television, man. It's perfect trash television. Just hits different. That era just hits different, man. But anyways, that's all I really have to say about this game, guys. Like, Mamu was awesome. We witnessed history. You love to see it. I'm happy. I'm happy. 13 for 14 is insane. But yeah. And he deserved it. He absolutely deserved it. But all right. Any other points you guys want to make about Mamu? I don't know if you recognize my name at this point, but I've been the biggest supporter of Mamu all year. He should have been playing small ball 5 or minutes of the 4 all year. This is Jaren. I do recognize your name. I didn't know that you were advocating for him continuously. I do recognize your name though. And I agree with you. I was never one that, like, we didn't go out of our way on this channel to, you know, make like independent segments for Mamu. He was a player that I always liked a lot, and I thought that he was someone that we were getting what we wanted out of Collins, right? Zach Collins, in which we needed a stretch big. That's what he was working on all summer long. But the only player on our team that could actually fit that role was Mamu. So I've always liked him. I always thought he played the right way. Like I continuously say, I think that Wembanyama most importantly needs high basketball IQ players, and Mamu's definitely one of those. So, you know, I'm happy for it. I'm happy for it. And I think that he definitely will be like a staple for us. Right? Doesn't mean he's untradeable. I won't go that far. But with his contract, guys, this is nice. Like, he will always outplay his contract. Champagny, I think, is another player that will. It's just nice. Yes, he cuts and screens the way Wemby likes. He plays perfectly with Wemby. He fits it. He fits it. That's the only thing the Spurs, and I think, you know, even us fans are kind of looking at this point, like, who fits with Wemby, right? We have certain players on the team that kind of fit regardless of what team they would be on, right? They just kind of fit. Like, you could always find a use of them. But I think Mamu is one of those that just perfectly fits with Wemby, you know? Nice.